Where?
You're kidding!
All right, then.
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now. I'm in trouble. Ridiculous. I'm just... This is all right.
Hey, mister! It's terrible. Hey, listen. Sorry. Hey!
What is it? I'm out of ideas. Just can't believe it.
That's enough now.
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now.
Stop that at once!
This is all right.
Stop that at once!
Hello there.
What? Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But if it gets any lonelier,
I'm sorry.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now, is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your...
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting. We were with him.
I remember Papa saying, he said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe...
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria, yes, that's right. Thank you for
It looks like she's
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it.
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing.
We cannot lose faith yet.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to get...
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims.
Sorry, did I wait? Laying here. I always end up caught in my... Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are... That book? Is that the novel you're... Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among them. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn, and taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most... Couldn't be further from reality, could it? And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribals take us Clamars, for example. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us... A problem with no easy solution. Lofty words. I can hardly come still. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but... Maybe we could look into whether that's really... Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you, and we call it... Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the three. At first, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Official word is, this event's open to all.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the...
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was in...
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest... Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere?
Yes. I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it?
We have little choice but to hope it's not.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about it saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably...
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's...
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and...
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should his high...
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't
Wait. It sounds crazy. This could be just the excuse we need to get... He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he...
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well...
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that,
Sheesh. So much for being a guide.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before.
Good heavens. Haven't you listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
yes. I've got a job to...
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be...
So you're going to try and become king? Wow.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's...
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might...
I don't like when it...
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the...
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride it.
A carriage might save our chances. If... Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tour...
Hey? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restriction.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king.
Could you just do your job, please?
Ah, an elder. Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were... What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes on that. And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a...
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough...
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
Hang on!
There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch...
This might just be
Whoa! You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin who can be short. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
stuck-up little...
He was right about the rules, though.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important...
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hope...
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and...
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous...
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worm. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no, a pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town.
Well, no backing out of this now.
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some... Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on.
I guess...
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow.
Look at that.
Really now?
What to do?
Wait!
Oi, oi!
No, thank you.
Hey!
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
No registration issues,
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a...
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that.
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the openings.
You don't sound too sure about...
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well...
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad, have...
You needn't speak so. In truth... Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my... We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our...
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them served. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract. Let's rest.
Fancy.
What?
Good night.
Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So, Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa.
Captain, may I...
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to it.
I suppose I am at that. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see... you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly... So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, with those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true, quite the opposite of our own country. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered. No. As a knight, 'tis not. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo. Far beyond the
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound!
Him? So he was one of Luis's men?
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And, if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them! It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
incredible!
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Wow.
Oh.
Spectacular.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay...
Money? Ha! What I want is a little gusto. What do you think?
It is at that.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I...
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Where to, ladies? The world is our show.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an...
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite... everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the world.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit... Neurus? Are you there? Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you...
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for...
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept... Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short...
But... pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need.
I'm...
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this... a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather... Did you really build this vehicle? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But that masterpiece like her, collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then,
Finally!
You impaloli, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady.
Look, this runner, then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own...
Tis no scheme. I would use it for it.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? And now you want a gauntlet. Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all on the same...
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just...
This guy's got no filter. But he has a...
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off...
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Louis... Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Show...
But to deliberately violate the rules... Then again... 'Tis just as likely to win the people's attention, and thereby... What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... Then again, our true aim is beyond the Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you where... After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh, no. It's a den of wild beasts, so... If you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. Oh, yeah?
All right, then. What's this?
This?
Hello? Spectacular.
Now, where was I?
Let's check.
Now then. Speaking of... All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Hey. Now then. Speaking of...
What's that about?
Oh, I see, I see. Then...
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
True.
I knew it!
Well met. All right. If so... I'd say... That's why.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
True. All right.
All right.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Wow!
That's...
Certainly.
Hey.
Yeah! Yeah.
Hey there!
Huh?
Huh?
However,
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Yep. What's that? What are you talking about?
Got it.
You're kidding.
All right.
Time marches on.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
My star is rising!
Ah! Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner boat out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Cornland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished! You dare interfere in my fight! Know your... Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names?
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than...
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would... Your petty ruses are beneath me.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first.
We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these imp...
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I won't hold back!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Vitus power. Freeze!
Is everyone all right? Knight! Strike me if you dare!
What could you hope to achieve?
Is that all?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Expose your sins.
Hold on. Take it.
Cease your resistance.
Knight! This won't do. Here!
Witness the power of Sanctism. What could you hope to achieve?
This is nothing.
Take this!
Only a flesh wound.
Come at me!
Are you prepared? I'll cut you down!
Right on! Nice one, Stroll!
Close your eyes! In the name of justice!
Behold!
Come forth,
my
royal
power!
sword! This'll do.
Lord, I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. For the sake of my dear brethren, now! Feel the righteous truth of Sanctism!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother!
Hang in there!
Sanctism will reign!
I see you!
Witness me!
I shall vanquish evil!
Know your place, peasants!
Vitus power.
Nice! Hit their weakness!
Sworn
That's
oath
your
of
opening,
knighthood.
Captain!
Just a thing.
Edinburgh got them right in
Behold
the weak spot!
my power!
This calls for one of
Hit
these.
their weak point!
I will fight with her. Freeze!
Damn you! Take this! Sanctism will
Only
reign!
a flesh wound.
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
No, behold! We stand together! Not this skill. Come! Not this one. Huh. Take this! Still standing, I see.
Here!
Hit their weak
Damn
point!
you!
Keep
Know
at it,
your
Stroll.
place,
Nice!
peasants! So, yet your desperate struggling is for naught.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee! Now, are you...
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally.
Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that...
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless drive.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden Workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Really? No one else wants to shake her hand?
Well, you're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one?
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Hey, I know you want to get this right, but...
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhounds.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
soars like a damn bird.
Right then. That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests, and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of a...
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh.
Isn't that...
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our... Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to it.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but...
You're completely sick.
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business.
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose...
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the sandworm.
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
Is Heismei's hideout way out here? Oh, I smell trouble. Let's...
There's a runner.
Let's...
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how we can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come...
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as together. I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, tis succulent as a mellow fruit.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please.
If they aren't here, con a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Aye.
Pleasure to see you.
Got a moment? Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out!
Hold on.
Let's hurry.
All right, then.
This...
More people missing. Hello there.
Now what am I to do?
All right, then. All right, then.
Now what am I to do?
Just a sec.
An elder candidate?
Hey!
What'll it be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Indeed.
Now then. 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 What now?
What'll it be?
Yeah. Now then. Now then.
Can't be.
And what'll I do here?
All right then. What now?
Oh, anyone.
All right then.
I've awaited you. Aye, yeah. May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you. 'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support. Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares. Yes, Lady Joanna. Now, I must return to my duties.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political...
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just... So what are we gonna do about Heisme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory.
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike.
Let's ask around the city a bit, though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the town.
We should go.
Boy. My thanks to you.
All good.
Oh, any one of them
Welcome.
So, hey.
Can't be.
What'll it be? What are you on about? What is it? Right.
Nice!
An elder candidate? No. Yes?
Whoa!
More people missing. I can hardly think on it. More people missing. do you want to know?
Excuse me.
Thank you kindly. Here's the real skinny.
All right!
More people. I can hardly think on it.
Hey! No good.
Not a scrap. I suppose...
It is far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking up.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer it...
You there! Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Suspicious character is...
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sandflash. It's a local event. A kind of storm. The wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight round here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past them. Heisme might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heisme anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Absolutely.
Good. Then we're counting on you. Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Understood. But why? You...
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? No danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sandflash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us 1 night to reach the giant sandworms' territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Nearest.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be... Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our... Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start. Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote... Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. Your journey is going well. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
Are you talking about that thing inside the Gauntlet Runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic, the power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner. Most interesting. The reasons elude me. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling?
Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you...
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
What? So this is...
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom-made for the prince. But I wasn't there in the concept phase. When they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That last night we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet...
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's ballywell see if we can magic ourselves.
He makes it sound so easy, but...
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but...
Where to?
It reacted! The lad...
Oh, hey!
All we can do is...
It's Martira.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of... You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong, or lying outright.
I suppose when you say...
Speaking of sanctism, well, not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings.
Ah, hold a moment. With this teleportation on Earth, if that's so, we may not even need a Gauntlet Runner at all.
What? You mean... we could just magic snap ourselves to
Go on, try it out.
No reaction.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the three great cities.
'Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity. And you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it...
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we...
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that,
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days...
That's right.
So?
What now?
Oh, my apologies. That's a relief. Well...
Hey, you sure you want to let that... He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped in.
Oh no! Grius' dagger is missing! Let's chase it! I don't see him anywhere! Come on!
Now... Oh? I'll be off.
More people missing.
I'm out of ideas.
More people missing.
Oh, what'll I do? Why did this happen? Oh, what'll I do? Stupendous. I'd so love your help.
Let's give it a shot!
Whoa, that reminds me.
A village.
Let's see.
Ooh.
So?
All right then.
Take a look.
What?
Good hunting to you. Don't go get yourself killed.
Yeah! Hey!
Good hunting to you.
Let's do it.
Let's see here. This place. All right.
I'm out of ideas.
What do you want to...
Here's the real skinny. Here's the real skinny. I bear good tidings. Here's the real skinny. Thank you kindly.
On to shot.
More people, listen.
All right then.
Let's go!
Can't be.
What'll I do here?
All right then. All right then. All right then. Where to? Let's go.
About time, what? Now put... Now then.
Hmm? Hmm?
And right there's a let's see.
A village, is it?
Just a moment.
Let's see.
Nice. That's where you want to go. It's your call.
Let's be off.
The Gauntlet Runner heads off toward a small farming village, and each shuddering step reminds them of their journey's purpose.
What to pick?
Hmm.
Actually,
now we're talking.
what?
So then...
Sweet!
All right.
The party at last arrives in the village of Comer. Blessed by the mild climate, its ranches produce fine fare, and to take in its idyllic landscapes, it gained a reputation for its rare and wondrous goods. As though welcomed by the grazing animals, the Gauntlet Runners...
Say.
Fine.
Come on. That reminds me. Hey.
Oh.
That's...
This... He's been like that for a while now.
I knew it! This thing's the genuine article. A real bona fide lost relic in my... Some sort of power affecting the air around it. Trace amounts only. Something... absolutely smashing! Beyond my wildest hopes. No bloody idea how to use the thing, but if I can... Come. I say, lad, did you find this for my sake?
We wanted to help you out, nurse.
Why, I'm barely well touched. It positively chokes a man up. And that old fella. Seems silly to ask, but he's...
Yes.
Thought so. You can fight the years, but you can't beat... He made good on his promise, though, eh? It's in my hand. What's that?
Something from the village. It's written...
Ah, a cipher. Mirror letters. See here? It's a script I use myself when I don't want any snoop stealing my invention. Now I think of it, he's the one who taught... Thanks, old man. Thank you.
So what is it?
No. This is research on the lost relics. Different cipher here. He tried to guess at locations, too. Say, I've a grander favor to ask. Looks like the old man worked out a few other locations. I've got to see them all with my own eyes. A quick stopover or two in our...
Right.
Appreciated. We're in this journey.
The free-hearted engineer, Neurus. Within him dwells nurture thy bond with...
I'm ready to kick my feet up, lad.
You said it'd only take a few stopovers. But do you even know where they are?
Well, they're scattered all about, my girl. If we could crack the cipher, that'd narrow down our... I'll leave this journal here. If I can crack any of the codes, I'll make a special note of it. So you just take a look when you feel like a spot of treasure hunting.
This one's important.
Hey, I was thinking this back at the village, but I think I'll know if I'm close to it. When you want to hunt for relics, can you let me know?
Thanks, you two. I'm rather...
Okay then. That reminds me.
Now then.
Well, are we going? All right. Okay then.
missing. More people missing.
Hello, Stupendous. You know, you saved my ass.
Mission accomplished.
Amazing!
Ah, brilliant. Bye then.
Why, you...
Now what am I to do?
What is it?
All right, then.
This is the pits.
Hey, listen.
Excuse me?
Welcome.
Oh, any one of them.
All right, then.
Now what am I to do?
Where to?
Let's go.
What were the gods doing?
Whoa.
Got it.
Now what am I to do?
Worth a try, yeah? How boring.
Now what am I to do?
I'll be off.
All right, people missing.
Now what am I to do?
Oh. Hmm? What do you want to do? Oh!
Long, long ago, after that, after that, and then, oh dear.
All right. Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Nonetheless,
We got a major bargain.
Mister.
All right then. All right then.
Let's go.
Everyone is here.
Now then.
What are we doing there again?
You would pursue peril.
It's your call.
great.
What to pick?
What's that? Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's right.
Right?
All right.
You lot! Enemy attack!
We charge in at once.
Why not just charging in on us?
I'll come forth, royal soul. Roar! Is everyone all right?
Elkenberg got them
I
right
call
in the
upon
weak
royal
spot.
power within!
Where'd they
Reinforcements?
come from? Everyone, be careful.
I can't afford to hold back. No holding back! I'll cut you down!
Only one
won't
left.
hold back.
Finish them off and we're clear.
Like so. Take this!
Now, what I call upon royal power within! Perhaps not.
There they go.
Commendable technique, everyone.
The imps dead, they warned their children of the dangers there. That perhaps the children's anxiety in a...
The thing is...
Well...
Just...
Yep.
Well...
What now?
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Really? New skills, new possibilities.
All right. All right.